Every curve, every chrome, every engine hum. These weren't just designs, they were declarations. Welcome to the ride of a lifetime. Ford Model T. The year was 1908. America was changing fast, but only the wealthy could afford a car. Then came the Ford Model T, simple, reliable, and for the first team of affordable. Henry Ford's revolutionary assembly line made it possible for everyday Americans to own what they built. The Model T turned dirt roads into highways, isolated farms into connected towns. With its high wheels, 20-horsepower engine, and one standard color black, it was never about luxury. It was about access. This wasn't just a car. It was the first engine of the American dream. Roadster. The 1920s brought jazz, flappers, and a thirst for fun, and nothing fit that mood better than the Roadster. Lightweight, sporty, and often topless. It wasn't made for practicality, it was made to feel alive. Models like the Ford Model A Roadster zipped through city streets with chrome details and exposed engines. Young Americans, flush with energy after World War I, craved speed, freedom, and flair, and the Roadster delivered all three. When you drove a Roadster, you weren't just going somewhere, you were making a statement. Coupe. In the 1930s, when the world was chasing elegance and escape, the coupe emerged as a sleek answer to both. 2 doors, low roof, long hood, ... It wasn't built for families. It was built for thrill. Brands like Ford, Buick, and Chevrolet crafted coupes that turned heads and hugged curves. Post-war America embraced them with open arms. And suddenly, driving wasn't just about getting somewhere, it was about how you got there. The coupe was for those who valued freedom, flair, and a little rebellion. It wasn't practical, it wasn't modest, it was poetry in motion. And on every empty highway, it whispered the same thing. Let's go fast. Sedan. After World War II, America was filled with optimism and driveways with sedans. Cars like the Chevrolet Styleline or Ford Custom Deluxe had 4 doors, chrome details, and enough room for the growing family. As suburbs sprawled and highways expanded, the sedan became the backbone of middle-class mobility. It was more than a car, it was a status symbol with stability. Whether you were going to work, school, or a weekend getaway, the sedan was part of the journey. With each turn of the key, it whispered, "We made it home." Station wagon. As America moved to the suburbs, families needed more space. Enter the station wagon. With its long body, wooden side panels, and foldable back seats, models like the Ford Country Squire could carry camping gear, kids, groceries, and even the family dog all in one trip. This wasn't just a car. It was a domestic chariot. Tailgates down, windows open, and children waving from the back. This was how America traveled together. The station wagon didn't just haul people. It hauled an entire era of family life. Muscle car. The 1960s didn't just revolutionize music and culture, they redefined cars. And nothing captured this rebellion more than the muscle car. The Pontiac GTO, Dodge Charger, and Chevy Chevelle SS screamed with V8 engines and thunderous acceleration. These were cars made for noise, speed, and soul. They didn't whisper status, they shouted it. And every red light became a racetrack. In a time when youth ruled the streets, muscle cars weren't vehicles. They were personalities on 4 wheels. Convertible. As the American dream cruised into leisure, nothing embodied carefree spirit more than the convertible. With the wind in your hair and sun on your face, cars like the Ford Mustang convertible or Chevy Impala drop top turned roads into runways. No roof, no rules, just pure expression. Driving one wasn't about destination, it was about experience. Every trip felt cinematic. The convertible didn't just open up, it opened you up to the thrill of the moment. Pickup truck. If one vehicle captures the heart of working-class America, it's the pickup truck. In the 1950s, it became more than just a tool, it became a partner. The Ford F-Series, Chevy CK, Dodge Power Wagon, these weren't about flash. They hauled lumber, tools, and entire livelihoods. But by the 80s and 90s, the pickup had evolved. No longer just for farms or job sites, it became a lifestyle. Ford F-150 Ram, 1500 and Silverado. Tough on the outside, comfortable inside. Parked in driveways from Texas to Montana. Because a pickup isn't just what you drive. It's what you believe in. Luxury sedan. By the 1960s, America wasn't just driving to work, it was arriving with presence. The luxury sedan became the vehicle of status, success, and smooth silence. Cadillac, Lincoln, Chrysler Imperial. These weren't just cars, they were rolling statements. Long bodies, polished chrome, plush interiors with wood panels and leather seats. Every detail whispered power, every curve suggested dignity. These sedans weren't about speed. They were about arriving in style, in comfort, and in control. In the 80s and 90s, they added digital displays, automatic climate systems, and whisper-quiet cabins. Today, names like Genesis, Lucid, and Tesla continue the tradition with electric engines and AI-assisted suspension, but the spirit remains the same. To drive a luxury sedan wasn't about need, it was about desire. It told the world, I've made a stand, I'll get there gracefully. Minivan. In the 1980s, a new kind of American dream pulled into the driveway, and it had sliding doors. The minivan wasn't sleek, flashy, or fast, but it was perfect for the people it was made for, families. The Dodge Caravan, Chrysler Town and Country, Honda Odyssey, they weren't just cars, they were mobile living rooms, built-in cup holders, removable seats, dual-zone air conditioning, soccer games, road trips, school drop-offs, they carried it all. The minivan became the symbol of suburbia. It didn't apologize for being practical, it embraced it, and in doing so, it redefined what it meant to be a good car. In an era obsessed with independence, the minivan said, together is better. It wasn't about horsepower, it was about memories per gallon. SUV. In the 1990s, something big started rolling across American streets. Literally, the SUV sport utility vehicle was part truck, part station wagon, part unstoppable force. Early giants like the Ford Explorer, Chevy Tahoe, and Jeep Grand Cherokee offered something different: size, strength, and status. They could haul kids to school, or tow a boat across the Rockies, and Americans loved it. Suddenly, every driveway had a towering presence. Families wanted the space, adventurers wanted the off-road capabilities, and everyone wanted to sit just a little higher than the rest. As the 2000s rolled in, SUVs evolved. Hybrid engines, smoother rides, tech-filled cabins. From the suburbs of Ohio to the deserts of Arizona, the SUV became more than transportation. It became a mindset. Because in America, bigger still means better. Hybrid. In the early 2000s, a quiet revolution rolled onto American streets. The hybrid car led by the Toyota Prius blended gasoline with electricity in a way no one had seen before. It wasn't about speed or luxury. It was about smarter driving, regenerative braking, seamless power shifts, and the feeling that every mile mattered just a little more. Soon, Ford, Honda, even Lexus joined the movement. Hybrids became the symbol of responsible innovation, proof that you could care about performance and the planet at the same time. And just like that, the age of efficiency had begun. Crossover. Not quite a car, not quite an SUV. The crossover was the automotive compromise. Nobody knew they needed until everyone had one. Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, Nissan Rogue. They offered the comfort of a sedan and the practicality of an SUV in a smaller, fuel-efficient frame. Crossovers didn't shout. They whispered convenience. They didn't demand attention, they just fit. By the 2010s, they dominated the market. Not because they were revolutionary, but because they were reliable. And sometimes, that's all people really wanted. Electric vehicle. No gas, no growl, just power, instant and silent. The electric car wasn't born in Silicon Valley, but Tesla made it iconic. Suddenly, performance didn't require pistons. The Model S could go from 0 to 60, faster than most supercars. It wasn't just about efficiency, it was about reimagining what a car could be. No engine noise, no emissions, and for some, no oil changes ever again. From Chevrolet Bolt to Ford's electric F-150, the race was on. Not on the road, but in innovation. Electric cars didn't just change how we drive, they changed how we think about driving. Autonomous cars. Hands off the wheel, eyes off the road. The future arrived. Quietly, with AI-powered systems, LiDAR sensors, and real-time navigation. Autonomous cars turned science fiction into something that parks itself. Think Waymo, Tesla Autopilot. Even legacy brands joined in. Cars could brake, accelerate, and even swerve without human input. For some, it's thrilling. For others, terrifying. But make no mistake, cars now think before they move. We're not just watching evolution, we're riding in it. From Ford's Model T to smart Teslas, the American car has traveled more than just miles. It has crossed eras, dreams, and ideologies. The future, maybe it's electric, maybe it flies. Maybe we won't own cars at all, just rent them with a tap. But one thing remains. Whatever shape it takes, the car will keep reflecting us, our needs, our values, our vision. Because the American road has always been more than pavement. It's been a mirror of the people who dare to move forward. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, like and subscribe.